Good evening, everybody. Matt Geary here for Geek Pride's Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign, The Legend of Our Sacrifice. With me tonight, we have the usual faces. We have Michael as Tharaval.
Good evening, everyone.
We have Wes as Valashil Nostius.
Hey, everyone.
We have Dave as Thomas Moonstar.
Evening all.
We have Mark as Lance.
Hola.
And we have Pete as Draken.
Good evening.
Right, okay, chaps. We've had a couple of weeks off for bits and pieces. We've done a little bit. We've actually done a little bit of RP on the chat. What was that in the background? Let me just do this. Get this off here. Okay, so we left you, and you had left the magic quarter. You basically you'd blown your wad. You'd spent everything you had in the magic quarter. You got yourself some nice shiny armor, new potions, weapons and stuff. You got all kinds of nice stuff. But then you've been sort of back. You've gone back to the hotel. You've had an all right sleep. Next day, you've got up for breakfast, and you've been there for a couple of days. I think we said you've been there for a couple of days. Nothing really had happened. You were sort of kind of reminiscing about, this is the first time you've had sort of some proper downtime where you've not really done anything. And then you hear this sort of commotion at the door, and there are two hooded men sort of trying to get in. The guards are basically, telling them to bugger off. You go over and see what's going on. Turns out they are a couple of Jontos men, and they provide you with some information for some coin. So you've basically paid them, you're paying them 50 gold, and you're going to pay them 25 gold later. And does somebody want to tell the viewers what that information was?
Can I even remember? Oh, hold on. I think I've got it in the Discord chat. Would it be better because we basically had to explain it to Lady Taunt?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Where are we?
Oh yeah, so do it from that. Okay, yeah, so do it from that point then. So Lady Taunt basically has come up to you and said, because she's sort of with the delegates and stuff, they're a bit annoyed because they're still there. And she's basically said, I hope you have some good news for me, because this is becoming somewhat stressful. So, and I think Lance has basically said, I'm afraid not, and then looked at Tharaval.
So Tharaval explains to Lady Taunt, we've been given word that Triac Taunt has been captured, possibly killed along with his flotilla and hands. The people responsible for the murder that occurred here at the hotel have been summoned to Kibarath, where they are mustering a naval fleet, which are using to intercept any ships heading to and from Balon. These are either being destroyed or captured to help aid their cause. I fear Balon's supply lines from the mainland are being severed.
Yeah, so...
And scene.
So basically, the two of Jonto's men have sort of given you some information on how in English, Sir Alistair Taunt, and who was the Triarch for one of the Triarchs for Balon. For those of you who don't remember, there's basically three leading houses within Balon who sort of kind of run the island. They're called Triarchs, and Taunt is one of the sort of kind of main sort of Triarchs, sort of the overlord, not even the overlord. He's basically in charge of the three at this moment in time, and he has gone off to war with his men, with some of the remainder of the sort of garrison of Balon, and they've just been told that the ships have been attacked, and that Sir Alistair Taunt and his men are either dead or captured. Lady Taunt is very much taken aback by this, and she's like, how do you know this? Who told you this? This is lies. This can't be true.
My lady, we've been given word by people we have paid to investigate what has been going on. Now, I cannot promise the validity of the information that they've given us, but I fear it is still something that we need to investigate. It seems far too extreme to be a lie.
She sort of looks shaky, but as some of her sort of guards look at her, she sort of kind of straightens herself up and goes, she says to Ranger, find my father, or find out about his death, and bring that information to me. Kibarath, I will try my best to get what resources we can to deal with this island, because if we do not, this island will not survive, and the darkness, the corruption will take this island.
I step forward and put my hand on her shoulder and say, "We must have courage. We can't ignore this danger. We must conquer it."
She says, I will need to take my father's seat and talk to the other Triarchs in his absence. We will convene a war council in the Citadel in a week, all being well, and all being well with the other two Triarchs. In that time, I suggest you try and find out as much about this threat as possible to help us with our endeavors.
Very well.
Okay, so she sort of wipes a tear from her eye, sort of sniffs a bit, and goes back to the delegates, and carries on, sort of as they sort of kind of shout her, as if nothing sort of happens. You know, stiff upper lips, trying to sort of kind of keep a good face on this whole thing. So how do you want to go about this? What do you want to do? You know, it is currently just a rumor. What do you fancy doing about it?
I turn to the
Rumor
others.
is a reliable rumor.
Mm-hmm. I turn to the others and say, "Fate rarely calls upon us at a moment of our choosing. We seem to have a habit of getting in the middle of things. Maybe we need to verify this. Our next step should be to find a source of our own that we can wring the information out of firsthand." What do you think?
Where can we confirm this information?
Well, they obtained it from cultists because they said the cultists are all leaving. So maybe we need to go hunting ourselves and find ourselves someone that we can have a chat with and get more information firsthand without the green-eyed monster being in the way.
So we need to intercept some cultists.
Yes.
Okay.
As long as we have a couple left in one piece, I'm sure we'll be fine.
Okay. Where do you fancy doing that? Are you going as a group? How are you sort of kind
Let's
of
use the Fuse Guild.
Well, we could ask them to lead them.
Just ask them to identify or give us an idea where they are, where they are, and then we can intercept.
Yes.
And then Thomas can cast a fireball.
So you're going to chase after the two chaps, and
well, we're going to ask someone to give it.
We'll speak to Jonto. If the Jonto's men,
you have to find Jonto first again. It's not like he's just going to be available.
Would it be worth
I'll shake it. I'll shake a pouch.
He's not just
Would
going
it
to
be
go,
worth-
oh, hey. He's a thief.
I'll
He's
hold
just
the
worth
gonna-
pouch full of coins
Going
and
to
do-
the docks, and I would assume that ships going in and out of the docks on a sort of regular basis on supply runs and things like that would be listed as to how long they're going to be, and if they've returned, would it be worth going and checking that to see if there are like a list of ships that haven't returned when they should have? That might be at least an indication.
That's true. It would give us something to work with.
Yep. Okay. So you're going to the docks then? Anybody? Any other sort of views on what you want to do?
The docks seem to be the logical place to go at the moment,
Yeah.
if only because we need to find out about missing ships. Also, if they're trying to escape, then there's a pretty good chance they'll be going to the nearest place they can ship out. It'd be quicker than travelling over land to try and get out that way round, just to get on a ship and get going until they're intercepted by their own forces.
Right. Okay. All right. So, all leaving and going to the docks then.
Oh fuck yes.
Okay. So, you bid Lady Taunt adieu. She basically says that she's going to restrict all movement from ports in Taunt and her sort of kind of sector of Balon, and is going to advise. She's going to advise the same with the rest of the Triarchs when she meets with them. So she's going to send some riders off. Until there's more information on where these attacks are happening and how they're happening, etc.
Might I suggest that we leave one of the sending stones with her as well, so that we can contact her when we have more information?
Yeah, okay, that's fine. So you leave her a sending stone, as well, while you sort of take yourselves off towards the docks. She says to you, if you capture one of these monsters, bring him to me. I would like to question him as well.
I'm sure we can find one or two laying around somewhere. They may not be in the best of conditions, but I'm sure they'll still be talking, won't they, Dragon?
We will talk.
They don't have to have all their limbs, right? As long as they can still talk.
Okay.
We will talk.
All right. So you sort of make your way to the docks. There's a lot of commotion. There's a lot of bustling. A lot of sort of guards have come with you basically to tell the harbor masters that no ships can sort of leave at this moment in time. So there's a lot of angry sailors and sort of people sort of being very annoyed by this because they obviously haven't heard the news and they're not getting told anything. You have the captain. You have your ship, the ship that you captured, or that that Tharval and Ciravel captured.
Legitimate salvage, not captured. Legitimate salvage.
Sort of, in dock. It's currently in dock. It doesn't look like it's crewed or anything, but it's there. You have Captain. Oh God, what was his name? Captain. Grabbing names. What was his name? I have my little sheet here as well, and I haven't put his name down. What was the captain called? What did I call a captain?
Big
Oh,
guns.
hold on. Back away now.
It begins with a B, I think.
Yeah, I think it does.
Basil.
Bazar. All right, Bazar.
Captain Baz.
Captain Bazar.
Okay, there we go.
Anyway, he's there. He's there, sort of, with his sort of crew, arguing with the harbor master and with the guards. There are numerous ships in the dock currently, who aren't sort of overly happy at this moment in time.
I'd be even less happy if if they've been captured and chucked in the bottom of a hole. To be fair, unless they're into that kind of thing.
Yeah. What's his name? Begin with a B. B-R.
Rackers.
Brackus. Brackus. Got him in one of the things. He's in one of the things actually. Anyway, so while I look for that, what are you doing? Who are you going to talk to? What are you going to do?
We start off with the harbour master. We can talk to him about what logs they have for ships that are expected but overdue.
Okay. So you go over to the harbour master. He's being mobbed by a lot of people at this moment in time, and isn't only overly paying attention to your sort of your questions because he's got a lot of people. He's kind of going, yeah, and he's got people sort of kind of shouting at him and stuff, and he's just like, we can't leave at this moment in time. We've been told by order of Lady Taunt. I'm sure you'll be able to go soon. Don't worry about spoilage.
Are we in his office at the moment?
Not as
or are we in a room?
You're sort of like outside. They're sort of. He's kind of outside on effectively like the porch of what would be like the harbour master's place.
No problem. I look to Draken and say, "Shall we clear some space?" And I reach out and I wade in and grab a couple of people and drag them off to one side and dump them on their backsides and wade back and wander back for a couple more.
Does not slowly exhales after misunderstanding what Lance was implying.
Okay, roll.
And swallows the flame.
We got Willow Alex song says, "What a power move!" Yeah. Right, roll me intimidation then.
Okay.
Me or him?
You can have advantage because there's both of these basically.
Yeah. Go on then.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Oh wow, connection interrupted.
Connection.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, it's interrupted. Yeah.
Thank you, Roll20. Thank you. Thank
okay.
you.
Mine seems to be working okay now.
Yeah.
I was saying that.
Mine's interrupted as well. I'm just going to refresh.
Yeah, it's okay.
Let me do that as well.
Matt's fault. All Matt's fault.
Of course. Obviously.
I'm black screened.
Okay, I think mine's come back.
Yeah,
think
you're
that's-
back, Wes.
I'm back. I'm back, baby.
Still waiting for.
It's still reloading for me. I can
Yeah,
see people gradually reconnecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt's back and yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so oh, here we go. So what do you got? It says we've got a 17 and a 15. 17?
23.
23, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
plus
with
six.
I see
intimidation.
23 and 21.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and Roll20's been a nightmare recently, Willow. It has. Anyway, so you you basically move these people out of the way. Draken sort of kind of lets out basically some flame from his mouth, and the sort of kind of the crowd sort of disperse to this sort of shock and slight amusement of the harbour master, and he's just
Just
like
walks forward.
yeah.
Just what to thank you.
So what are you saying to him?
So I turn to the harbour master and say, "Okay, now we can hear ourselves think. We've been sent by Lady Taunt to have a little chat with you and gather some information about a few matters, and I dare say you're quite enjoying the peace and quiet as well."
Indeed. I should hire you to. Good job.
You can't afford us.
It's like,
Shall we
well,
spend time?
if you ever get down on your luck, you tell me. There's a lot of booze and taunt. If you ever get down on your luck, I'll give you a good job here.
I just looked at him and say, "Do I really look like the drinking type?"
I don't know, oil. I don't know. whatever you want.
Shall we step inside and we need to have a chat with you about your records?
Yes, okay, no problem. Okay, so you go inside with the harbor master, some of his sort of local goons who sort of help him sort of stop. They sort of stand outside trying to sort of fend off the angry mob. They then close the door behind you as you get in. He's like, so, what can I do you for?
We would be interested in knowing if you have any ships that are overdue.
No, my friends, you've helped me here, but can't say I can just give you information like that. It's all very confidential and everything.
We are here at the behest of Lady Tunt.
Well, yeah, I want to believe you.
To obstruct Lady Tunt.
I want to believe you, but, if anybody, just random people came into my and said, I'm here after Lady Tunt, give me all the information I need, I wouldn't be a very good harbour master, would I? So, yes, you're going to have to give me a bit more than, you've been sent here from Lady Tunt.
Is there any furniture in here?
Jack can do intimidation again. He's had enough of this.
Okay,
lean over.
Roll intimidation.
I with assistance, I suppose.
17. 7 assistance.
Yeah.
What are you doing? How are you intimidating him?
Basically, Jack is just walking up to him and just saying, "Do you know who I am?"
I might have accidentally put my fist to a desk as well.
He's
and also Draken does have folklore heroes, so that time in the various battles will kind of have, his legend, so to speak.
Okay.
Basically, Draken just leans down over him.
Okay. He says, "Oh, yes, yes. My memory has been jogged. Yes, I know who you are. You're my apologies. Yes, of course. Whatever information you need, you just ask." And he starts sort of kind of getting his books and fumbling around and getting a bit sort of kind of sort of panicked because he's just being threatened and stuff. So he's sort of like knocking things over as he gets his books and stuff sorted.
It's so good that people are helpful, isn't it?
Oh yes, always. Indeed, yes. I'm a very helpful man. Yes. And he starts looking down the list of all the ships and stuff, and he says that he basically says that they've got 2 merchant ships have yet to appear, are a couple of weeks overdue, which he says isn't sort of out of the ordinary. Some of the captains like to stop off at other ports and stuff and pick up different extra resources and things. He says that the Royal Oak, which is a military vessel, a first line ship, was meant to come in for repairs over a month ago, but hasn't turned up. And he says that there are a few other ships, sort of smaller merchant vessels that have yet to sort of appear.
So would you say in your experiences it's a little unusual to have this many late or not in, especially with regards to the Royal Oak?
He sort of kind of looks at you and it's like the penny is just dropped. Like, he's like, "Oh, now I think about it. It is rather odd, actually. We're used to the odd sort of late comings and goings, but military vessels are generally quite sort of punctual, even when damaged. That is very concerning."
And as for the captains that are late or missing, are there any that are usually quite punctilious about keeping their schedules?
Well, the captain of the Royal Oak, oh god, I'm going to think of a name for him now. Captain names...
Captain Percival.
We got Captain Mac Calibran. Oh, I like that one. Or Mac Vex Toten. Are these the names? So cool, wacky pirate captain names. Captain Dreadful, Captain Justine, Captain Sea Dog. Captain. Okay, we'll say Captain Vex. That sounds pretty cool. Captain Vex is very. Captain Vex is generally very punctual, and his ship is late. The Royal Oak is late.
This is not encouraging. As a matter of interest, have you seen any increase in the reports of pirate activity recently? Has anyone turned back?
Say it again, sorry?
For example, has there been any increase in the reports that are coming back to you from others about pirate activity? Has anyone maybe turned back due to damage or?
Well, he says the Royal Oak was on a patrol. There are pirates in these waters. Can't say it's more than usual. But these are trying times. The Captain Vex was meant to report in a month ago with. Oh, what the hell's just happened there? Head noises. Anyway, Captain Vex is meant to have reported in for repairs and to report, pirate goings-ons, and as we know now, isn't here.
Not encouraging. Would you agree, gentlemen?
Are you aware of the Triarch Taunt's flotilla leaving from this port at any point?
Indeed. Well, the Triarch and his guard and a couple of the regiments left from Taunt, but 3 or 4 days ago, and they were to go down the west of the island and meet with the port of Argover, take on some more troops, and make their way down south to the front lines. As far as I'm aware, that's what they are doing. But if I get your inference, it would seem something may have happened to Triarch Taunt.
It is a concern that we may have, based on information we have received. Tell me, have you noticed unusual numbers of hooded figures or surreptitious activity, maybe stowaways of late?
You're at a port, my friend. Hooded figures and strange goings on is just a matter of life. This just happens all the time. If they're not in the Navy, then they're generally hooded, and they're all pretty rum.
Okay. Interesting. Any ideas on other questions you might want to ask, gentlemen?
My friend, we need to investigate this, and we need to do it at the utmost of haste, and therefore we need your help. We need a ship that I recently acquired, fitted out and crewed as soon as possible. I think you should you can help us with this. As I said, this is at the request of Lady Taunt. We must head to Arkover and head south to follow or to trace the steps of Triarch Taunt and find out his whereabouts.
He sort of looks at you and he's like, I don't want to be rude, but that ship that you brought in is heavily damaged, is a converted merchant ship, has no weaponry of any major note, and is a hulking beast that will be seen a mile away. If you float that down near where, and you're basically telling me there's pirates, you're not escaping anywhere. You need a smaller ship. You need a smaller, a faster ship that can get you past any patrols and to where you need. That ship is not the ship that you need, in my professional opinion.
Is there anything that you could supply to us?
Or recommend?
He looks at you and he's like, I need you to roll me persuasion, actually.
How about smugglers?
Can I say, helping us do this, acquire a smaller, stealthier ship, may sway our decision as to whether to report you to Lady Taunt for your lack of urgency at the report of these missing ships, this missing military ship for such a long period of time.
Roll me intimidation.
Oh, damn it. Should have went with persuasion.
With advantage, though.
Do you want me to do the intimidation for you?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Tharval said it. This is it.
Where is my roll? Doop. Anything I don't have a good roll for? Well, not the only thing. Where's my bloody... I can't find my thing. Has it rolled?
Nope.
I haven't seen it roll yet.
Can't see it.
You've got the app as well, by the way, if you need to.
No, it's Whisper Public Roll. It keeps on, for some reason, it keeps on coming up with this. And that doesn't look good.
He laughs at you. It's like, my friend. If you were to waste Lady Taunt's time with these sort of things, I'm a busy man. She knows I'm a busy man. I'm pretty confident she'd have no interest in this whatsoever. All harbour masters are the same. We've got lots of goings on. Things slip her mind.
I would beg to disagree when it comes to the whereabouts and fate of her father.
He says to you, see, because you've threatened them. I'm sort of...
So it's threatening, and now it's going for persuasion.
Cop and bad cop.
Okay, you give me a persuasion roll, but you're not getting advantage on it because you threatened them. Alright, okay. Alright, you persuade him and he's just like, yes, she'll be absolutely distraught. Okay. I'm sure I can find you a vessel. A crew, on the other hand, may be slightly harder. So I would suggest you go and get yourself at least 20 men and meet me back here in tomorrow, and I'll see what I can provide you.
Is there anywhere which you could recommend where we could find worthy seamen?
He's like, he just sort of opens his hands and points at the windows. You're in a port.
Right.
They're everywhere.
I have an idea.
Tinder. This is Tinder.
Tinder.
There's a lot of semen in Tinder.
Oh.
Heyo.
Then you should see us here on the morrow.
I say, okay. I will inform Lady Taunt of the other disappearings. And I suggest you get your crew sorted quickly. I'm guessing time is of the urgence. Time is of the... What's it saying? Time is of the essence. Urgence. Time is of the essence. Okay. So
Yep.
You leave the port. There's lots of people milling around in the port itself. what do you want to do?
Didn't
I'm
the cultists
thinking
have like
smugglers?
tattoos and stuff?
Yeah, you can roll me. You can roll me a
Perception?
perception if you want.
Who's got best perception?
Okay.
We.
Tharaval sort of kind of stands out and starts to scan the sort of crowd. You notice a couple of hooded figures look a little bit more shady than the others. And as they sort of kind of bow their heads down as you look towards them and start moving off towards one of the alleyways.
Okay, Tharavel turns to the rest of the group and sort of nods in their direction.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know where the alleyway comes out? Try and block them off from the other side.
Does anybody... You've been here before. You've been to the port before.
I've basically, I think I've got a thing where if I know maps and things like that, then I tend to remember the layout of places.
I mean, Thomas has got keen mind, which basically remembers everything that's been and done and happened in the last month, and he always knows where north is because that's always useful.
That's always...
You have an excellent memory for maps and geography, and you can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you. In addition, you can find food, fresh water for yourself and 5 other people each day, provided that the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth.
And so forth. Okay, let me...
Sorry, I just did see what something was.
see if this is... Well, this map's not going to be useful. I thought it might have been better than it was. It is not. Alright, I'm just going to describe it to you because that map isn't fit for purpose. Okay, so you know that the alleyway they're going to will take you out towards where the oh god, what was the name of the pub that you went to? Bar. It wasn't the Pig and Harp, was it? It was the Pig and Harp.
I think it was because
Yeah,
you
the
had
Pig and
bonus
Harp.
for that.
Yeah, the Pig and Harp. Same as the one in Waterside, but yeah, the Pig and Harp. It sort of goes in that general direction, so you kind of know that there is a where it goes past the old sort of pub that you can sort of kind of block them off.
Okay.
Might I suggest that those of us who are fastest go one way and the others follow so that we have them sandwiched?
Very well.
Very well. Give them cake.
Where
is that?
My brother and I will swiftly move towards to the pub entrance.
I'll accompany you.
Head them off.
No. I'll accompany the brothers then, and if we leave Draken and the others to catch them from behind.
Okay. Yep, Draken walks with purpose towards the alleyway.
Arvel turns to Draken and says, "Don't kill anyone."
One. The others are to set an example.
Oh, wait a minute now. There, are you? You've gone from sort of fighting for people's lives, mind mages' lives, to murder hoboing.
No.
You had a massive argument about letting people.
Unarmed people should be allowed to live, and then a couple of sessions later, you killed a mind mage who'd basically been subdued and was on the ground.
He was going to eat me.
I will do it. I'll be careful with them. I will persuade them to lay down their arms.
Okay.
Oh God.
And by their arms, he actually means their arms.
I never said that. You interpret that as you wish.
Bear with me a moment. I'm trying to
It's up to them
find.
to make that inference.
I'm trying to find the pub. Was this it? Oh, this is it here, isn't it? Yeah, that's
I
it.
can't see it yet.
Yeah, bear with me a moment. I'm just. There we go. So, we've got.
Yeah, I remember being here now.
This is where.
I left Valashul to get his ass kicked. You did pretty well though.
Yeah, I did. That was a good session. I remember that.
I was like, holy shit! Did I roll those dice?
the
wasn't
bar
it?
Yeah,
fight. The bar
and
fight
then-
session.
Yeah, and then everything went like to tits afterwards.
All right. Okay. So here we are. I'm gonna stick these guys sort of walking down. They're sort of kind of going down this way here. I need to put you guys in. Where, by the way, is we never
Nanook is
thought-
in.
Nanook is
I
with you.
meant to say Nanook. No, she's not with. She should be in training, but I haven't. I was supposed to have actually done that, but yeah, I'll figure that out. But she is supposed to be training.
Oh, she's training. Okay, right. So she's training. The rest of yous, are you coming up behind? So it's just
So
split.
Lance is with them too.
Lance is with them. Okay, birthing 1 minute. Okay, so let me get you chaps over from one of the other maps. Where are yous? Where are yous? Nope, that's the wrong one. Where the fuck were you all together at one point last? I'm trying to find where you.
At the fort.
Ah, yes, Camberford. You were all there, weren't you?
I'm back, sandwich in hand.
Oh, what sort of sandwich you have?
Just ham and cheese. I ain't got any mustard.
I had an Archie's today,
Oh.
which was pretty nice. They
Love a
Um,
what? Yeah, I was wondering what is that? Is it just like a milkshake place or what?
no, because it does milkshake, it does burgers and stuff as well. There's all over Manchester. Fucking awesome,
Nice.
really nice. Yeah, that was a Jammy Dodgers milkshake, and it was glorious. It was so nice. Right. Okay, birth in 1 minute. Let me find Camberford. Where you guys are last. In fact, if I do this, because I think, yes, there we got Lance, there we've got Thomas, we've got Draken. Copy. There we go. And you are in the pub. Pub. Ba-da-pub-pub. Okay, pissed. There you go. You chaps are. So, Val, Lance is with those guys. The rest of you are coming from behind, yes?
Yep.
Right. Okay. So, position yourselves how you want to do this. Obviously, they know you guys are coming up from behind them. What about the rest of yous?
Draken's getting in there.
So basically,
Thank you.
anyone who's in front, we can position ourselves wherever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just position
okay.
yourselves.
Can you set it so I can move Ceravel?
Yeah. Is Ceravel with a C, by the way? Just saying
Yes.
Yes. Oh, there he is. Okay, and
Yeah, second move now. Okay. Lance, you're going there, I assume, so...
Mm-hmm.
Zeravel there. And I'll maybe stand at the bar.
Stand off to one side where you can shoot people, yeah?
I'm just sort of making sure, cutting off all sort of directions.
Oh dear. So, are we ready then, gentlemen?
okay, so is that where you're positioning yourselves as you sort of are you in stealth?
I was in stealth. I'm going to uncloak myself as we start.
Yeah, Zeravel and are basically sort of they're going to be in stealth.
And thanks for the tip, by the way, Sorrel Dandy, much appreciated.
Tip?
A tip, yeah, got a tip.
As in, like money tip, or
Yeah,
a tip,
a
and
tip.
And how to fuck us up?
no, money. Cheers, much appreciated. Thank you.
Well, hey.
Okay. I don't know why it didn't pop up my screen, by the way. I need to turn on my notifications and stuff, so apologies and get back to earlier. But just right. So, are you in stealth? Are you stealthing? Are you just showing yourselves?
Well,
me and Zeravel will be stealthing, so...
And I've revealed myself as an obstruction.
Given Draken was with Mr. Clanker and Mr. Two Left Feet, there's probably no point in stealthing.
Okay.
What if they run? We know they're guilty of something.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Okay, stealth for Tharval. Well, that's a big stealth roll right there.
Wow.
All right.
No, that's actually that's Zeravel. He's got a plus. He's got a 13 roll for. He's got a 13 stealth.
Yeah.
So you're not seeing him ever.
Unless you crit.
Yeah, unless you crit, you're okay. Wow.
I mean, technically, like he's got a plus 13 on stealth checks. So I think it's basically he's got I can't even remember what it was, but it's basically something that and it'll get higher as his proficiency gets better.
Brilliant. Okay,
So
you're both sort of so how are you playing this then? So they're walking up this alleyway, sort of checking behind, seeing the three of you sort of kind of marching after them. They're walking slightly quicker. Are you just sort of kind of stepping out in front of them, Lance, or how?
I'm stepping out with my spear staff carried crossways, and I just say, "We would like to have a chat with you, gentlemen."
Okay, so they sort of
nice nightfall walk.
They sort of kind of go over like this. As they do that, as you step out in front of them, whoa there, Draken. Don't you start doing anything. You're behind them, right? So you're at a distance. They've charged up. They've seen Lance has basically got before them, and is stood out in front of them. What have you said to them?
Gentlemen, I would like to have a chat with you.
They both go, out of the way, you fucking walking tree, we're in a hurry.
Here we go. I said we would like to have a chat with you.
I said
just yet, and neither of my friends in the mood to have an argument with you, because that would tend to get messy. There are at least 4 of us, and there are 2 of you.
And he's just like, I told you, get out of the fucking way. They draw their blades, and go to attack you. So
Okay,
everybody, bear with me 1 minute while I get this up. Roll initiative. Make sure you click on your character when you roll initiative. Okay.
Draken gets 2.
That's possibly the lowest initiative you've ever had.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Let's see what Suravel gets, because he's got the same. Yeah, slightly better.
Wow. Dave won the initiative. Until
No,
Draken came
Draken-
How
along.
does Draken
Draken.
get a critical fail for initiative on 20.16 with a plus 3.16? That doesn't make any sense.
Skills.
Why are you getting a +7? Where's your +17 from?
I have no idea.
How's that come? Where's that come from? So you got the crit.
So right,
you got a nat
1
one.
plus 17.
Where's your 17 coming
So,
from?
1d2. It's got 1d20, 1d20, KH 1 plus
I'll
3,
try that again.
16 init. So you've got. What is that?
Intelligence.
No, that's 3. No, sorry. 3.16 is the initiative. So
Yeah.
it looks like you're rolling through 2 dice for some reason.
Yeah.
Or initiative. Don't know.
Yeah, I know what's done. I roll 2 dice, and I automatically get the advantage because of one of Draken's feats.
That's right.
Do you, Draken?
Okay, so it's
Or
19.
Are you sure, Draken?
Yeah.
I'm putting trust
Yes.
in you. You 100.
Okay.
Right? Is this automatic for all initiative rolls? I want you to show me the feat because you're very good at going. I can do that, and I get +50 because feral instinct. By 7th level, your instincts are so owned that you advantage initiative rolls. Additionally, if surprise or being fair dues. Right, cool. All right, so you're on. You didn't click your guy.
I rolled my initiative against one and what was going on, so basically I'm on 14. No. Yeah, 14.
Your initiative
Oh my
of 14.
god, I'm going last.
Your initiative of 14.
So I know
No,
that's
it's
worse.
actually-
Sorry.
When you got a 19,
It's 20.
you got the advantage. It's 14 and 19.
So it's 19. I need to change yours to
Yeah.
19.
19
Really,
plus
Draken's
3.16.
he's got the it's 20.16 if he
It's
gets the advantage.
20.16, yeah. He rolled a 17 plus 3.16.
Well, it's not the 14 because you got the fail. The first one's a 17, so it's 20. You get 20, 20.16.
Yeah. I only rolled the initiative again because I didn't know what was going on. So sorry.
Okay. Right, okay. That's that. And then them. They are getting.
I thought there was only 2 of them.
There is only 2 of them.
Oh,
There was.
There's 3 now.
No,
it
there's
says.
2. No,
Apparently.
the first one was for Draken because he didn't click his thing for his initiative roll, so he didn't show
Okay.
up. Yeah. All right. So they're going on 17.
Both of them?
Yep. Both of them. They're going on 17.
My god, this is such a disrespect to family. Going last.
Okay. Oh, the wrong thing. Descending. Okay, so it is Draken first, then the
Okay.
bandits. Yep.
Oh, Lance is going last. That's not too bad then.
So
Okay, Draken's gonna.
I can take it.
your movement is
40.
your movement is 30.
40.
Is it 40?
Yep.
Is it?
Yes, speed 40.
How have you had a speed of 40? Have you had an increase in that?
Yeah, there was an increase at some point way back.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody should be.
Yes.
Do Dragonborn get more?
No, it starts
I
at
get-
30 and it goes up to 40, doesn't it?
What?
No. Mine's 35, but that's based off my race and has been like that from the very start.
Yeah, there's no way you're on 40. You're on 30. You're 1 square. There's no way you're 40.
No.
Unless you can show me that you're 40. There's no way you should be 1 step behind them because I pushed them there because that's what I was expecting that.
Right, okay, give me a second.
If it is the case you're 40, then we're moving you all back a space because that's
Fast
sort of,
movement, level 5, fast movement, your speed increases by 10 feet while you aren't wearing heavy armor.
okay. All right.
Yeah, because I'm on 35 because of my Deft Explorer, because it gives me tireless at level 10.
All right, so where is that from? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So you should be one step behind them. Basically, that was the intent. For you to be a step behind them.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
he would have actually been where he was, because he started off just in front of Thomas. 5,
Yes.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's at 35.
Yeah, but
and he's at 40.
Math has positioned them purposely to play out to
Stop!
where
I didn't want Draka just charging in and fucking having them with an axe straight away and stuff. I wanted some sort of thing.
Why not? Did not know what Jacqueline was going to do.
Then again, technically, I would have been worried about me shooting them like straight off with hitting them with 1 kills, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah, let me actually put some slightly more.
Yeah, these guys are screamers, right? Aren't they?
Take them alive.
Nope.
We need to question them.
They're not screamers.
Let me.
They don't look like screamers. They look like bandits.
They are they're just because they were on the screen. They're going to be something different. It's just that I've
fuck.
They were just there, and it was just easy to have them there as
just refresh my memory.
as
When we
bandits.
counted some of these cultists before, they have screamed. And
Yes, they have. Yes.
okay, Jack's going to brief fire at them.
You can't.
You can.
Oh, you can you? Yeah, you've moved for 40. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can move and then attack. You can. Yeah.
Yep, to brief fire at both of them. Basically, in a cone out and in case
Are
them
you
both
going
on
to get
fire.
me as well?
Ah,
No, you're not. You're
15
4
feet.
squares away. His goes 3 squares.
Okay.
15 feet, 3 squares. You
Oh.
get a bit toasty
checking.
eyebrows, but
Yeah.
so basically, cone
I have
out.
eyebrows?
Well, not for long.
Oh, come on. That's not what we want. That's a bit
Well,
too.
that should hopefully
Sounded very
distract them.
somber.
Yeah, we don't want that one. Okay, give me a hit. Oh, you don't do a hit roll on the flame, or do you?
Auto hit, I think.
It also hit.
There you go.
Yeah, it's an auto hit with the dex save.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the dex save?
8 plus my constitution plus proficiency. So that is 8 plus 4 plus proficiency of 4. So 16.
I need a 16.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah. Yay.
Okay, no,
One down.
I'm doing them as a thing, so that was just their 2 rolls for their advantage and stuff. So they got an 18, so they've passed the dex, which is so it's half damage, is it?
Yeah, 2d6 and then halved.
3d6.
3d6, yeah.
So what is 15?
8.
So
7.8.
yeah, so 8 damage. Just rounded down, is it not?
No, it's rounded
Okay,
up.
rounded up.
Or was up.
Yeah. Okay.
You've been
Okay.
rounding up for about the last year.
Okay. Alright, so they take damage. They take damage. Let's see, how much have they taken each? Sorry. 7.
8.
8.
8.
8.
Hopefully this will distract them from screaming.
Or make them scream more? Because they're on fire? You
Yeah,
tend
but
to
the right
scream
time
when you're
scream.
on fire. Okay, bear with me one minute. Yeah, so the things aren't done for some reason. Whatever. Okay. So they're going, and both of them are going to scream. So they look around at you as the flame goes through, and as they're sort of set ablaze by your sort of kind of face, they let out this shriek. I need you all to take Constitution saves, please.
Oh dear.
I agree.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Mm-hmm.
Wes is down.
Hey.
Thomas is
Oh.
down. Lance
I'm
is
down.
down.
Hold on. Wes, who's on top?
I'm falling on top of you.
I'm getting squished.
Okay.
So the first one is Tharavel, second one's Ceravel.
Everybody's down by Draken.
Oof.
Draken
Don't
is
wanna
the
do
only one. Is the only one sort of who was able to sort of shake it off. You're feeling slightly, what's the word? It's distracting you somewhat, so you're not going to get advantage on attacks.
Okay.
So it's your go, yeah, and the rest of them have to
My
go.
go?
Well, yeah, because they've
Okay.
gone. It's back to you because
Right,
obviously.
okay, in and start swinging the axe. Okay, I'm now going to enter rage as my bonus action, and then I get 2 attacks.
Splitting hairs time, huh? Like the ones that are attached to their faces.
Daybreaker, what was your thing for Daybreaker, by the way?
I'm going with celestial, radiant damage.
Okay. Bear in mind, you should be doing this beforehand before you do any attacks and stuff.
Well, yeah, I'm assuming by default I'm going radiant damage because I do not know what I'm going to be encountering. So when I'm choosing specific enemies, so it's always going to be radiant damage.
Okay. Okay, so you've done 14 slashing. On which one, by the way?
The top one, basically.
Okay, so you go in and you cut him in twain with your damage. He's down and smoldering, no longer screaming though. The second one.
Okay, I'm now going to reverse the blade and hit him with the back of it.
Okay.
Whoops. Sorry.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
And he
Okay.
does more damage.
Right. So there's a lot of damage coming on from that.
Oh Jesus Christ.
And you're literally doubling them out for their damage.
I'm doing the black of it, I'm not trying to kill them.
I'll hit him in the flat side at about 350 miles an hour.
Okay.
Oh god.
Okay.
They start it.
Okay. Roll me a D6. On a 1, 2, or a 3, you just smash his head open with your fucking axe anyway.
Yeah,
On
but,
a
no, but I think Jack has got, like, he's a barbarian, so he's got more control. Especially
You're
when he's got
enraged though. You're enraged. You're not
Barbarians do not have control.
You have 0 control.
And he's also proficient in great weapons.
Yeah,
He knows how to
killing
use them.
things, not a bit. You're raging. You've gone into rage. You said you've gone into rage. You've seen all your mates sort of fall before you.
Okay.
Give me a
Right,
one,
okay.
1, 2, or 3. All right. Okay. Fine. All right. All right. So you clobber this guy, and he goes down. It's pretty bloody, and teeth have flown out. You've caved in his jaw slightly and stuff. Who had 10:03 for my dog kicking off, by the way?
Oh damn. I think we were waiting for a bit earlier than that.
And
Make
he's
it a drinking game.
And he's down. Right, birth moment. While you decide what you're going to do, while the rest of you get up, I'm going to get this dog out. Birth moment.
They started it.
Can anyone fix his jaw?
Oh,
If only our cleric wasn't down.
I've got the mending cantrip. As long as it's a clean break, I can put his jaw back together.
You can put the other guy back together as well, technically.
Yeah, that would be
Man,
much
you
quicker
can
if you
stitch
did.
him back together.
Literally just he's been perfectly sliced in half. So
As long as it's a clean break.
All right, I'm back. Okay.
It wasn't quite
clean.
symmetrical after that.
Okay, so this guy's pretty badly beaten up. A light kind of, and smushed as Draken sort of stands there. You all sort of get up out of your daze, and you see Draken standing there covered in blood, with one guy cut in two and another guy literally lying down on bloody, as far as you're aware, probably dead as well.
And picks up
Draken, we
the
need-
unconscious. He can talk. Jack picks up the ones that unconscious and waves him around by his legs.
I have a feeling we need someone to stitch him back together a little bit before that mouth will work. judging by the fact his jaw sticking out in a pointy bit.
Hey, he's alive. Pokes him a bit.
Okay, so you've got this potential this cultist in your grip. Are you going to try and wake him up, interrogate him here? Are you going to try and fix him up? How are you going to sort of go about it?
May I suggest we find an apothecary of some sort, or a healer of some sort, so that when he wakes up, he's talkable. He's talkative.
Laravel and Saravel go over to either half of the one that has been cut in half and searches the parts of the body.
Friend Thomas, do you have anything in your bag of tricks that might help here?
Roll me roll me investigation for the searching of the body even.
Yeah, his investigation isn't too bad. Mine is shit, so that's Saravel is crap, and mine is... I don't know why, for some reason, mine keeps on asking me to...
Roll dice.
It should be technically one of yous with advantage, but I'll give it to you. You find a bloodied... You find another one of the daggers, as you sort of kind of generally find on these guys, but you also find a. I'm going to turn this music off. It's distracting me now. That down and back to the normal. Go to. Oh, it's the old. Yeah. Okay.
Take the bottom half of the dead one and put his nether regions in the other one's mouth.
So you find a bloodied note in the sort of kind of runic scribe that you've sort of kind of found on their sort of parchments and stuff before.
Friend Thomas, is there anything you can do to help here?
Well, technically these people don't need to be alive to answer our questions.
Also, bear in mind, you do have a paladin here as well, so...
Balashul just sighs.
Balashul, might I suggest that this might be a good idea to go and grab us some drinks from the bar?
I'm not going back in there again.
What is that off in the distance? Is it but a wench being treated mishandedly?
Balashul, why don't we go into the bar and get some drinks for everybody?
If you're actually trying to persuade Val to not be there, you need to persuade him, and I need an opposed dice roll on that.
Okay, no problem. Let's see what I can come up with, shall we?
Okay. I mean, I do like a good drink, so it's not too bad of an idea.
You can't handle
Yeah,
it, but you do like it.
Yeah, exactly.
He likes it. It likes him even more.
It stops the nightmares.
Right, so you need to roll me... just roll me a persuasion as well. Why not? Just double to see what the roll is.
And I'll persuade you that I'm going to stay. No, I'm not.
I don't want to get... Okay.
Did you say you're paying? Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll not do the advantage on it. I'll say, okay, so Val sort of... he knows kind of what you're doing, but he's happy enough to sort of go along with it because...
Hear no evil, speak no evil.
Yeah, pretty much. He sort of like goes off, sort of into the bar. So what are you doing?
Draken, I'd suggest that you make yourself scarce for the time being as well.
Okay. Draken takes
His new friend.
Yeah, goes with his new friend into the bar.
Oh, dear.
I'm going to have a chat with the dead one.
All right, so you're not killing the other guy.
Oh,
Not yet.
All right, okay.
I'm just practicing my dark magic. It's all good.
Okay, so
it amused me that no one thought about the word necromancer when we had a dead prisoner.
you grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range, allowing you to answer the questions you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth.
Oh, it's been split in half.
I've got a mouth, though.
Yeah,
Half a mouth.
yeah.
No.
It's been split.
I thought... Hold on.
Are you
When
gonna
you
hold
said
it
in twain,
together?
Which way did you mean? Whenever you said cut him in half, I thought you meant like chopped him through the waist.
It's true, because he did talk about the top and the bottom half.
Yeah, I did. To be honest, I was sort of in my
okay.
mind, I was thinking like in half, as in from top to bottom. But I guess I did say sort of that way. So yeah, all right, fine. I'll remember this with necromancers. Until the spell ends, you can ask a corpse 5 questions. The corpse knows only what it knew in life, including the language it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it. Okay?
Hence why I sent Draken away.
Yes, because all the ones it saw are now in the bar. And Thomas was at the back, wasn't he? And the other two were in stealth.
Alright, my dog's kicking off again, Birth Moment. You think about what you're going to ask in Birth Moment.
Yeah.
He was getting rained on. He wasn't impressed with me. Okay. So what are you
That's
asking?
a mastiff that doesn't like being rained on.
So what's your first question then? So basically, you cast this
your
spell, and this sort of the top half of the cultists' eyes sort of shoot open. They've got this sort of kind of green hue glowing from them as they sort of kind of look at you.
Sarval and Ceravel sort of jump back. What the fuck?
So, Thomas holds a hand up and says, "Don't worry, it's perfectly safe. He can't hurt you. He can only answer our questions."
Okay.
Okay, so what are you asking?
First question: what was your destination this afternoon?
He says something in the tongue of the cultist tongue. Do you understand that?
What is their cultist tongue?
It is. What did we have it as? It was sort of. It is. We're going to say it is. Undercommon.
Oh, that's good. I speak Undercommon.
Aha.
Yeah, I'll say it's Undercommon. Okay. So he says in Undercommon. What's he going to say to you? You said where was his destination?
What's their destination? Yeah.
To escape our pursuers.
Tharaval looks at Thomas and said, "Did you get that?"
I didn't, but I have a feeling that you did.
It's not very helpful. He was trying to escape yourselves. I suggest you be more specific.
Okay, question 2. Do you recognize us?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so they know who we are, and they were trying to escape from us.
Seems that way. So the questions are why. Well, that's really it. Why? But we need to. I think we need to be more specific.
Tell us who you believe we are.
Is that a question? That's not a question. That's not a question. That's a.
Who do you believe we are?
You just say, "Tell us who you believe we are."
It is an interrogative.
Okay. He says, those who would try and stop the rise of Slackrafel.
Well, he's got a point.
Those who would try and stop the rise of Slackrathel. Spot on, really.
Yeah.
It's question 3. 2 more.
2 more.
Is it question 3? What have you asked them? What you
Yeah,
asked?
that was question
Yeah, it's 3.
Yeah.
Let me think. Let's think about this before we ask
because
any more questions.
We can't ask it the what is your name, what is your quest, what is your favorite color things. Can we?
Blue. I mean,
Do you have any?
Whoa. Before we
Okay.
ask these questions, can we converse?
Okay. Yeah. So I'll look to Tharavol and say, I would suggest we try and ascertain if there are any more of them in town or immediately in the docks. Might be useful to know who and where they are.
But yeah, I would automatically assume that there are going to be other members of Slackrathel here.
The question then would be, where can we find more of your kind?
In Taunt.
In Taunt, yeah.
Precisely.
So what are you saying to it?
So, exactly where might we find more of your kind? More of your cult?
Bear in mind, they don't have to tell you the truth.
No, I know.
We are everywhere. We are the merchants. We are the sailors. We are all of you.
Not much useful.
Let's think.
Where my
If there are 2 trains, one traveling from Chicago, one from New York, they're both traveling at the same speed. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get much out of the dead one.
No.
As we can't really, like I said, they don't have to tell us the truth, or
No.
they can be cryptic.
It's because they know you.
Yeah.
If they were just sort of like, but they know who you are, so.
Ask them something really badass, like, "Do you fear us?" They'll probably go, "Nah."
You can still try and sort of, you can maybe ask a roundabout question, and then if they lie to you, see if the perception of the lie is real or not, or if you're what's the word? It's not perception, it's
Insight.
Insight. If you're insight, see if they're lying or not.
So we asked them where they were going, or where they were going, and they said they were going away from us. But again, that was cryptic, so we
which was
we need to ask them.
But...
Yeah. So.
But they also know who we are and what we're doing.
Yeah. So, but again, we can, try insight. Yeah, I mean, it's worth sort of trying asking them information, but I think we just need to be more specific about it, so it's a lot harder for them to be cryptic. They could lie, but as the DM said, we can cast insight. But all that's going to do is, gather whether they're telling us the truth or not.
Yeah.
It'll
be useful.
Would it be worth asking them about the current status of Triarch Taunt?
Yeah, we could. Need to phrase the question properly. Something like
we've been given word that Triarch Taunt has had his flotilla attacked, and
what do you know of this?
Or you can
attacked.
give them an opportunity to gloat.
I think you need to be more pointed with the question, so you can
Yeah.
have.
I think
it needs to be a binary. It needs to be a binary, so you can sort of kind of.
It's kind of going to be like a yes or no sort of answer that we're going to get. So I think it's kind of going to be. We've heard word of Triarch Taunt. His flotilla has been attacked, and he is dead. Is this true, or yes or no?
Yeah, just does he live?
Mm-hmm.
If it's a binary question.
Okay. I think that's the only way, sort of.
Yeah. So we'll pose the question: Does the Triarch Taunt live?
Okay. So he starts to sort of cackle as the sort of the magic sort of fades from as your grip on his sort of his soul sort of kind of leaves, and he says, "I."
Use the schwa.
He says, Triarch Taunt is dead. And the green goes from his eyes, and he just becomes a corpse again.
Can we get advantage on insight, or?
I think if both of us are.
Yeah, okay.
There's three of us.
Yeah, go on.
What's your? Who's gonna roll?
Well, mine's +2.
Mine's +6. What's Seravel's? Is +6 as well.
It's down to you two then.
Here we go.
Nice.
Wow.
As far as you're aware, he's telling the truth.
Oh no.
Oh crap.
So is the unconscious bandit or cultist here with us?
I've just thought of something. I know. Can I change my accent? Because I don't want to be talking in a Russian accent anymore.
yeah, that's fine.
Why ever not?
It just literally just dawned upon me there. It's like,
all hail our new lords. Means I'm gonna have to change the. It doesn't have to be Russian. It could be Ukrainian. It's a Ukrainian twang.
Solidarity.
I would just prefer not to be sort of involved in all that sort of thing. So yeah. Think of a new accent.
Okay. All right. So as far as you're aware, he's telling you the truth. Ceravel sort of says, I'm gonna have to do it, brother. He may be telling the truth, but how do we know he knows for sure?
That's it. He only knew what it knew in life. If he was told, and he believed that, he would consider that to be the truth.
Ah!
Okay.
Suck eggs, DM.
Okay. All right. So you've got the unconscious one. As this sort of comes, I'm assuming the other two are coming. The other three are coming out of the bar now.
Okay.
So you come out of the bar and you kind of, as you sort of kind of walk over, you sort of see the body sort of slump down slightly. Actually, roll me perception. Roll me perception. Wes.
All of us?
No, just Val.
Can he roll with
Because he's a
disadvantage because we're trying
paladin.
to distract him?
Roll perception.
Can he roll with disadvantage because we're trying to distract him?
All right, this is the first one. Okay, yeah. So you don't sort of you're kind of pretty sure you saw the body move, but you're not really that. You're like, no.
No.
can't be
Also,
interesting.
Thomas is slightly crouched over it, looking a bit shifty.
When does Thomas not look slightly shifty?
Especially when there's corpses around.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That sounds so bad.
It's the fact that Tharavel and Ceravel have seen this and haven't said anything, but inside they're sitting going, "What the fuck, man?"
Yeah, so that could be something. Okay, so oh, interesting. Yeah, that could be another angle right there. Okay. So you come out, Thomas is looking slightly shifty, sort of moves away from the corpse. Tharaval and Ceravel are looking somewhat shell-shocked. What do you say? What do you want to say to them?
Did you find anything on the body of the cultist? I'm just playing it like I'm assuming they searched him.
So Tharavel produces the bloodied note and exclaims that he was talking to Thomas to try and see if he could understand what is written in this. Again, because I'm guessing they speak Undercommon, but they're not. It's not actually written in Undercommon.
Yeah, it's in the sort of kind of a runic.
Yep.
Runic
language. So, as I can not make head nor tail.
Okay, I will. Thomas will take the note, slip the Helm of Comprehend Languages on, and have a read.
It's orders basically. It's orders that are telling all to prepare for the invasion of Balon.
Shit.
It says all hands to return to Kibarath. To set to set their affairs with sort of inverted commas in order and return to Kibarath.
Okay, I will read the note aloud to the group.
It seems we still have one prisoner to interrogate.
I believe I have.
Would anybody like to do the honors?
I believe I've used up my usefulness in the interrogations. Someone else.
Bear in mind, you'd need to sort of heal him slightly first.
Yeah.
Obviously, Val
That was
could...
my original
I was just
suggestion.
gonna say, yeah, I can fix his jaw. Are you prepared to wake him?
Hey. Jack and shakes him awake a bit.
All right.
Did you just do
Valashore.
this? Did you just shake him awake there, Draken? Did you just...
It's like the Incredible Hulk whenever he screams at Iron Man to wake up.
Yeah.
Valashore takes him by the head and uses healing hands, hoping that will work.
Okay. It sort of his eyes sort of kind of flash open, and he gasps. You can tell he's trying to sort of kind of scream again, but because of his jaw being sort of dislocated, he's struggling to let out another scream.
Can I put one hand over his mouth and try and snap his jaw back into place? I don't know how dislocated jaws work.
You can, but bear in mind he may scream if you fully...
Yeah. Tharavel places his hand on Valashore's hands. No.
How are we meant to talk to him then?
Wow.
His hands work, he can write.
You can also probably cast spells.
Well,
not with a broken jaw, he can't. There's not many spells that don't have a verbal component.
Yeah.
There's a few, but not many.
Okay.
And he can't
I'll take your
scream
word
at
for it,
us.
Thomas.
Yeah, I don't want him screaming at us again. That was quite awkward. The whole passing out thing.
Just shrugs and I could.
so we're not sitting in the middle of a street. Should we maybe pick him up and pull him over to the side? People have to walk here.
Yeah.
Draken drags him over to the side of the street.
Okay, so how are you going about this then? You can, you can kind of talk with a broken jaw. It's just not going to be long sentences or anything. It's going to be slightly mumbled and.
But will that affect our understanding of what he's saying?
Does Thomas still have comprehend languages helmet on?
No, because you can hear Tharvel understands Undercommon.
Undercommon, yep.
So so he'll understand what he's saying. It's just that you're not going to get loads out of him because of obviously he's got a broken jaw.
Okay. So we know that he can also speak Common because that's what he was talking to me in when they decided to tell me to get out of the way. So even he's trying to be awkward, we've got that going for him as well. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to squat down in front of him and say, so, I did say that I just wanted to have a chat with you. It's a bit unfortunate that you decided to go the way you did, but we still want to have that little chat with you. We have a couple of questions.
He sort of kind of spits sort of bloody drool out onto the floor.
Tharavel crouches down next to him and starts to jam his finger into the side of his jaw.
Nice.
Right, now, cool. I'm just trying to figure out, Val, as a paladin, and I'm going to completely take this as you. Now, paladins, it's basically depending on how you feel about this, because paladins can be fucking proper murder hobo and stuff.
I know he's got like a military background, and he's kind of from a sect that will do anything for the power of the good kind of thing, like so long as it justifies the end. So yeah. I'm thinking it'll be fine.
Yeah, okay.
All right. And, they started it.
Excellent.
Okay. Right, so you jam your finger in his jaw. He lets out this sort of kind of muffled sort of it's not even a scream, it's just sort of kind of muffled sort of gurgle as you sort of doing it. He's very much in pain. Roll me intimidation and you can have advantage on it.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just causing the pain. I'm waiting for other people to ask the questions.
Yeah, but you're being very intimidating by causing the pain.
All right, damn it. I really need to stop using intimidation because I suck at it. I get advantage, yeah?
Yeah, you can have
Not
advantage.
that it's going to make any... yeah, that's going to suck. Yeah.
13. Yeah, he's with the pain. I'll give you. I'll fudge the figure because I reckon you know with the pain and stuff you can have a few more
Bonus.
points onto that and stuff. So, yeah, okay. So he's just like, what do you want to know?
That wasn't so difficult, was it?
What were your what was it say? What did it say on the note? Your unfinished business or your dealings or
your affairs.
your affairs? What were your leftover affairs in Taunt?
He looks at you and says, planting the seeds of the quiff.
Planting the seeds of.
Blackarath.
I thought you said the quaff.
I thought he did as well.
I'm trying to do it with a broken jaw. So
It's pretty good. So, well, that's actually not a bad way of doing it because we still have to figure out exactly what it is you're saying. Planting the seeds of Slackerath. Okay, so he takes his finger out and he starts flicking him on the side of the jaw, saying, "Would you prefer? Do you want to elaborate?"
It's going to be Kraken eggs planted in the sewer.
He roll me another intimidation. Is it Slackerthel or is it Slackerath? Is it Slackerthel?
It's
Slackerthel.
Slackerthel, yeah.
Slackerthel.
Slackerthel, yeah. Slackerthel, sorry, yeah. He just says the same thing again.
Very well, have it your way, but now it's time to bring in the old stick. So I look at Draken and Lance.
I smile and nod to Draken and just hold my hand out for a second.
Bear in mind, Val, you're very welcome to sort of, evildoers. You can be quite. I'm not sure what your intimidation and stuff's like, so
I don't know what to say though. Yeah.
Because he's.
I'm going to squat down in front of him and say, we're just trying to be friendly. And you're not being very friendly. Now, if I were to, say, offer you a little bit of a choice here. So I take out from my backpack one of my smaller healing potions. And I hold it upright in the palm of my hand. I said, so on the one hand, I have the carrot. Because that jaw's got to be hurting. On the other hand, in this hand here,
you have the dragon.
No, with the other hand, I just very gently grab his knee and twist slightly, not enough to break it, just enough to make sure that he gets the impression that it could hurt an awful lot worse. On the other hand, we have the stick.
Okay, roll me intimidation. He winces and spits a bit more blood and sort of like shudders with the pain, and says, okay, yeah.
So
He'll be a bit more cooperative.
So how about we get some nice direct answers to our questions with less messing around, and if you're really lucky, you'll be able to talk and walk by the time we're finished. I can't guarantee that you'll be able to go wandering off to find your friends, but it would be really handy, I suspect, from your point of view, to still have all however many hundred bones in your body attached to each other in the right order and intact. Wouldn't that be correct?
Yes, whatever you want.
So, friend Darrell, did you want to take up where you left off?
I'll repeat the same question I asked you before. What is your damn, forgot what it was.
What was your business in Taunt?
What was your business? What was your business in Taunt?
Okay, so he tells you that they have been, they haven't all just been in Taunt, that they've been in all 3 cities, and they have been planting what he calls the seeds of Slackrathel in the water supply.
Oh shit!
Do you have any of those seeds on you at the moment?
If he takes out his dick, I'm going to be really pissed off.
If he takes off his dick and he's lucky, I'm going to step on it. If he's unlucky, I'll get creative.
He produces a box, and it looks similar to the box that you had on the Glory of Marduk.
Thomas, could you possibly have a look at this and see if it's what we think it is?
Detect poison work on them?
I've actually forgotten all about the box.
So Thomas takes the box and has a thoroughly good look at it. See if it looks very similar to the last box that we saw.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same sort of inscriptions, the same sort of thing. It shows a tentacled figure on there with a gaping maw. Inside there is smaller versions of the egg, the eggs that you had on the Glory of Marduk.
Small enough to move around the city within the sewers or the water pipes, then.
Yeah.
Right.
So mini krakens.
So
Thomas looks to Lance and Tharavol and just nods grimly.
Very well, then. Thanks for getting on so well.
How many of these have been planted?
Hundreds, thousands. I don't know. I put down what was in the box, what was in my box. And he points to his dead friend and says he has done the same.
How long have you been distributing these?
Since our arrival a month ago. Well, actually, wait a minute. Let me timeline wise and stuff, because you've been around for
a week.
No, but I mean, like,
about a month game time.
Yeah, game time is probably about a month, I think. So it wouldn't have been a month then, because you say the battle happened. So let's say 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Oh, plenty of time to do an awful lot of damage.
Yeah.
Are these seeds, as you call them, are they obedient, or are they controlled by a person or an aura or an individual in particular?
He doesn't want to say anything more and stuff. He says it with his broken jaw voice, that you might as well just kill me now, because I'm not telling you anything else. I will be one with Slackrathel, and you will all be his, what's the word? You will all be his sacrifices.
I smile, bend down, and I twist his kneecap until it pops.
Roll me.
There are 200. There are 205 more bones in the human body.
Nice.
Okay, roll me an intimidation. You can have advantage on it. All right, yeah, okay.
Oh,
As you sort of break his knee, he screams out more. Basically, he tells you that they need a catalyst to appear. One of the sort of kind of one of the progenitors must be present, and yeah, one of the progenitors must be present to make them rise.
Are there any of the progenitors present at the moment in Taunt?
No, they're in Kibarath.
Can I ask him how they identify cultist ships to get to Kibarath in the first place?
For that again?
So how are they travelling between Taunt and here? I'm assuming they're getting ships, but I want to know how the cultists identify other ships as like being allied with them.
They
false flag.
They have sort of a signal system that they use, and he sort of kind of pats towards his sort of knapsack and shows you the sort of kind of another piece of paper with sort of signals, that you know they've got flags, certain flag signals to give one to let them pass, basically.
Okay, and this note details when and how to use these signals,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, now we can get to Kibarath.
While this is all going, this conversation going on, Tharaval has a whisper in Serval's ear. Serval steps forward, a man of few words. He calmly kneels next to the cultist, and he speaks of his wife. He is passionate as he talks about her, but then becomes angry as he speaks that he knows that the cultists are the ones who have taken her, and he demands that he tell them where she is.
He doesn't know anything. Well, he says he doesn't know anything about this woman.
Where are your companions located and headquartered in Taunt?
He says they were located in the sewers, which you've been to. But they've all sort of with their task done. They've started to leave. The only thing that stopped them is finding out about what's happened and the stopping of the ports.
I can just roll insight onto whether he was telling the truth about Serval's wife.
Yep.
I suppose it's better Serval in it. Not that it's going to make a ton of difference.
He's telling the truth. He's not. It's like he doesn't know. He's just a henchman and stuff. He doesn't know everything that's going on and stuff.
Where were you supposed to go after you'd finished your task in order to be able to leave?
He says he gives you a name of he gives you the name of we were to be given transport by Temple Temple. Oh, let's think of the second name. Temple Smith. The guy's called Temple Smith.
I thought it was called Temple Smith then.
Temple Smith. ETS. Temple Smith.
Sorry. I just thought you'd been reading out names from a website again or something.
No, Temple Smith. Temple's the name of a character for one of the Joe Abercrombie books, but yeah.
Oh dear, oh dear. I look at the others and say, do we have any other questions for him?
What exactly are the triggers for the seed?
He says the progenitors.
Yeah, what are they?
He says I don't know.
Well, okay.
Thomas, have you any other questions?
I have no questions, but I do have a suggestion. We don't necessarily need to kill this chap.
Well, I wasn't thinking kill him, but 1 second. I give him the potion.
Tharaval glares at Serval.
Also, Val, what's your view on the survival of this man?
I pulled the potion back at the last minute because Val seems to be a little bit uncomfortable.
He's
Well,
pure. He's pure evil. He's seeded. He's basically told you that him and his friend have seeded mini kraken eggs around the island.
See, part of me's like, yeah, he should pay, but I want to know why he's gone to the lengths to like do Sacrofil's bidding. Like, I don't know, like, yeah, surely he could still be saved if we knew the reasons as to why he turns to Sacrofil in the first place.
Yeah, but is that
Can
would
I
that be
point
your?
out?
Sorry. Yep.
Can I point out we did promise that we would bring a prisoner back for Lady Taunt?
And that is true.
Okay, fair enough.
So we would be upholding our duty by handing him in. Can I still ask, like,
That
What's
means
my
like,
idea
what's-
out then?
what are your flaws, by the way?
my flaws? I don't think I have many. I think the only that sounds so...
I'm not flawed. I'm awesome.
Yeah, like when we were creating the character, I didn't add anything else to it other than the one we picked, which was being like a little bit of a drinker.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that.
And not being
I forgot
able
about
to
the
handle drink.
alcohol. Yeah.
Wait, what are your what's your bonds?
My bonds.
I shouldn't be helping in this, like, but again, that's where my biggest downfall
It's
is.
about honoring the Legion, and I guess now it's about honoring his father, especially with the spear he's got. His ideals are conviction. Anything worth doing is worth doing with your whole heart.
Okay. All right. So you got nothing there that's gonna make
No.
you fully murder a hobo. Okay, fine. All right. What about anybody
You're
else?
trying to make me Hulk out.
No, I'm just thinking. I'm trying to make it a bit more realistic. In that, if you're a lawful good paladin who's got very strong views on good and bad, and
Well,
know-
I did have something in mind, but yeah, I don't know.
okay, well, what's...
Okay, so see.
bear in mind, Lady Taunt, you don't know
Yeah,
her.
she wants the prisoner.
But you don't know her as well as they do. That's the thing, is you've only met her
And she beat me in chess, the bitch.
And yeah, that's sort of exactly. You're not completely.
You've been beaten at everything.
My pride has been wounded.
Vigorously by
And the
everyone
world
you
is
meet.
bigger than Ballon, so...
Yeah, exactly. So you got to look. I got to think about it as your character and how he would feel about that situation and stuff like that.
Okay, so Valashul kneels down beside him and asks what his name is.
He gives you some sort of kind of Calber Dunst.
Okay, Kalber, why do you pledge your allegiance to Sacrafel when you've been abandoned by him?
In death, we are all. He says, in death, we were all with Sacrafel. Our essence drains into the great sea, and is sustenance to his greatness.
Is there no one here in this world, in the now, that would miss you if you were to die and join him?
I have nobody bar Sacrafel.
What if you had something? What if there was a way to bring joy to your life other than giving it for this god who has abandoned you?
He starts getting slightly frustrated. Like he has not abandoned me. I am one. Roll me in persuasion.
Okay.
Yeah, he just gets annoyed at you, and he's just like, I am loyal to Slackerthel. I am one with him in death. I shall be one with this. I will be one with the salt, with the sea, and with Sacrafel.
You know, make a good Jehovah's Witness, would you?
I wouldn't. Okay. See, now part of me is like, Valashul wants to spite him by keeping him alive, so...
I was thinking exactly the same thing.
So, friend Valashul, if you could heal him for me, just to save the potion. I think we need to take him and introduce him to our friend.
I can heal him, and you can break him again, and then I can heal him. And we can continue to break him until he repents.
Might I suggest that before he's healed, he is gagged so that he can't scream once he's back to full health?
Might I suggest something else? Tharavel takes out the dagger of Slackerthel. Why do we not just undo undo his pain and remove his jaw? He will live.
Oh, wow.
He will suffer. But he will scream no more.
Holy fuck!
Okay.
Wow, that's super dark.
I was gonna say remove his tongue, but we can remove.
It's pretty much gone already.
Hold on.
Fuck.
Why not both?
Gee, what? Are you guys meant to be good? You're not meant to be fucking cutting people's tongues
Well,
out.
I mean...
hold on, right? No, hold on. I'm neutral good, but at the same time, my bond is I will bring terrible wrath down upon evildoers who destroyed my homeland.
I was
so instead of killing him,
but he's not. He's done nothing to your homeland, though.
But I don't know that. He's an evildoer, and I don't know that he's done nothing. As far as I'm concerned, he's an evildoer, and therefore he is potentially part of the movement that has.
Oh god.
So, and at this time, as I've learned from my past, is that I'm not killing him. So I'm kind of looking Draken dead in the eye when I'm doing this. It's like, I'm not killing him. Not killing him. He's still gonna be alive. He's just gonna be in a lot of fucking pain.
He deserves to be punished for what he did.
It's just the difference between you guys at the start of the game to now fighting over saving a guy to like let's cut his fucking tongue out and his jaw.
Character progression.
We've had a rough month, all right?
Fucking hell.
I actually like the fact that we're all kind of on the same page. I'm still waiting for the Draken to kick and going, no, I'm going to take the upper ground.
No.
I don't think we should.
Draken, you will. I'm going to put this because you, anybody unarmed, you will not let you said
Mhm.
you've had this before about unarmed people.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm also looking at Val because I'm not sure. As much as you accept torture, I'm not sure if you're going to accept a mutilation of a
Mutilation.
Well, I
mutilation.
was gonna like, if he didn't repent, I was gonna like hold him by the head and then use burning hands and like burn his soul from his body.
Well, yeah, I would
But-
accept that. So basically, yeah. Well, that seems very paladin-y to me. Basically, I
That's
would
fine, but-
I would accept that. So what I'm going to do is right. Firstly, right. So I'm gonna go round you all and ask you what you're going to do. Then we're going to roll initiative, and
Oh dear.
the person who goes first does that thing. So we're going to roll. Actually, we're just going to roll off. We're not going to do initiative. We're just going to roll a dice, and the person who wins, that's what they're going to do. Actually, no, we'll do initiative because it's going to be, physically doing something. So, Draken, you are.
You may as well go around and describe what people want to do, because I think that will be interesting listening.
Right. Okay. So, Draken.
I kind of want to hear this.
Draken, what's your view on this?
Draken's going to raise him above his head. Above the prison, above his head, so no one can reach him.
So that's it. You.
Wow.
He's going, no.
You've changed, Dragon.
So you're basically going to try and stop them from mutilating him
Yes.
and killing him. Okay, cool. All right, Thomas.
So my overall plan was to modify his memory so that he had no idea that he'd spoken to us about any of this. And that is with, by the way. No, that's casting. I don't want to cast it. I just want to chuck it in that one.
It's a long read.
Yeah, what's the gubbins of it?
Basically, I can.
Wisdom save.
If he fails a wisdom save, I can make him. I can modify his memory of anything that's happened within the last 24 hours over a 10-minute period. So basically, I can make him forget that he's spoken to us, that he's told us anything, and all he'll remember is that we had a fight and now we're dragging him off to see Lady Taunt, or we're dragging him off somewhere, as far as he knows.
So how's that going to help the situation?
Well, it's going to make him. He's not going to have any clue that he's given us any information whatsoever about Slark Rathel, about Temple Smith, about telling us about planting the seeds of Slark Rathel, or any of that.
Again, I'm not sure, because he's going to go to Lady Taunt, who's going to ask him the same questions again, then he's going to go, I'm not telling you anything, woman, and then you're going to torture him again so he can get the information from her.
I like that idea, though. He's forgotten he's been tortured and he's going to get it up again. This seems familiar.
It's like I've had this before.
Is it me, or is Matt trying to say that this is something we wouldn't go for, and instead everyone's just going, this sounds like fun?
Yeah, okay, that's fine. All right then. Lance, what's your view?
I was going to hold up my hand to Tharavel and to and my brain just went out to lunch for a moment there. Anyway,
you had
I'm
me
gonna
at hello.
Yeah, I was going to hold my hand up for him to wait. I was going to pull a rag out from my pack, and then I was going to tie a very tight gag on his broken jaw before asking that he be healed, so that he gets a nice dose of pain to remind him of what he's missing and he's gagged before we drag him off to the Triacton.
Okay.
Or to
all right. Everybody's had their. I want everybody to roll me.
Did I get my talk?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. I thought you were
Well,
just.
so-
taking,
so-
I thought you were just taking his jaw and his fucking tongue.
Well, yeah. So basically, Tharavel and Ceravel are sort of kind of the same sort of mindset. Tharavel kind of wants to do it himself because he will bring terrible wrath down upon the evildoers who destroyed my homeland. And that's who he assumes this is. But at the same time, he's purposely not trying to kill him, so he wants to make sure that he still lives. That one, he cannot scream and therefore cause people to be unconscious, but also be in a great deal of pain. At the same time, he also sort of feels that Ceravel should do the honors, as he is obviously heartbroken and still looking for his wife, and that's Saravel's sort of motivation.
Okay.
I know you're sad here. Have a man's jaw.
Okay. Danny would be so proud of you guys right now. If she was here, she'd be like, "Yes." Yeah. Okay. Okay. Roll me initiative. Make sure you click on your character's thing when you're rolling it, so it does its thing, and then we will go with. So Thomas is on a 14.
I'm gonna get shit initiative again.
Lance is on a 16. Val's on a 14.
God.
11. Saravel.
Saravel, it's on you. Where's your initiative?
Saravel's on a 17. Is there anybody missing?
Yep.
Draken's on a 23. Okay, so Draken, explain what you do then.
Draken just basically just like holds him up, step back, goes, nope,
Saravel's got an inspiration point.
down.
Oh.
How bad do you want it? Inspiration.
I kind of do. I really do. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I just think it's really badass, and I kind of want to do it.
Go on then, roll it. Roll it. Use this inspiration.
Well, he's got a crit though, isn't it? So technically, I need a crit to beat it. Do you know?
You would need to crit as well.
No, I'm not gonna. There's no point.
So Draken basically understands what you are all about to do, or something you're about to do, and he literally picks him up and holds him at the side and says,
No. Just no.
Your
axe is out. No. It's like it's basically.
You're lifting him up with one hand and holding your axe in the other.
Yes, I'm basically waving at him, going, splashing blood about, going, no, we are better than that. Splash, splash,
okay.
splash.
So
Draken is a hypocrite.
Draken sort of got him and is stopping any of that sort of from happening. So what's next? What's the sort of kind of, and we'll end it here. Well, what's the next?
Draken is going to walk back to Lady Taunt.
Kick Draken in the nuts.
With them unhealed.
Just the way to have a berserker axe.
Yeah, but you one-handed. I'm only joking.
Would am I gonna get a street fight just to sort of kill this guy? All right, no. All right. Is he going on? He's going unhealed. You're just literally. You're not getting Val to do anything. You're just sort of going off.
I just turn to the others, hold my hands, and I say, guys, it's not worth coming to blows about this. We promised Lady Taunt a prisoner. I'm sure she has plenty of healers. He won't take that long to get him back there, and we can move on to use the information we have from him.
Val.
Yes.
I think you still want to set fire to him. I would say I think you should try and persuade them that you want to heal him before you go, and instead of healing him, basically burn his soul out of him, basically. So I want you to roll a persuasion to say that you should it's fine, I'll heal him. If you completely disagree with me, but I think this is what if you're saying that's what you were going to do, you would think of a way of doing it, and so Draken,
I get shit rolled. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Draken, roll me. Just don't get less than an 11, basically.
Get less than 11.
I kind of want to persuade Val that yes, you're completely correct.
Well, even with advantage, he's only got an 11. So
what do we need to roll? Sorry,
just roll persuasion. Just roll another persuasion.
Persuasion.
Yeah, just roll another persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay.
Just don't crit it and feel it.
Do crit feel it.
Oh.
Burn him.
I'm pretty sure I've got an inspiration point. Oh my god!
Oh
This is the best day ever.
Surely he has advantage if we're all with him.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I like I said, I don't think Ceravel and Tharavel are.
I think it cancels it out,
I am.
and that crit is being a crit. Okay, so
Fair enough.
that's a fail. You go, knowing.
Do I get
No,
to do initiative? Do we get to roll initiative when I see what he's about to do? Do I get to roll
No,
initiative?
because you're basically what's going to happen is you're holding him, and knowing the Val is an onerous and good man.
Draken does not trust people who follow gods.
I've literally
His
healed
whole
you.
thing is
he has helped you in
not follow
numerous
a god.
occasions, and he has persuaded you that he just wants to heal this guy before you go back. It's for the greater good. Lance has already gagged him, and he wants to heal him before you go back. And you are very perceptive to this, yes, great idea. And you literally you push him over to be healed by Val, and Val, go.
Valashor takes him by the head and
Are you going to say anything before you
steps
do
in.
it? Are you going to say anything?
a little bit closer, and may you find forgiveness for your sins in the void where your soul belongs.
And
then-
my back.
And I cast burning hands on his
When
head.
he says forgiveness for his sins in the void beyond, that is a major clue that something's not right.
No.
Yes.
You crit failed.
Okay.
No.
And then I
Use
just
my
cast
inspiration
burning
point to
hands.
intervene.
as he sort of kind of like
Inspiration.
Draken sort of kind of
Yeah.
puts his hand
I've got
over.
inspiration point.
Oh, go on then. You're going to use your inspiration point.
Yeah. Okay, so do I roll?
Have you got an
roll
inspiration
persuasion?
point? You've got an inspiration point
Yes.
as well.
Yeah,
Val,
I do.
if
I
you
have
want
as
to
well.
use it.
Are we really all going to use our inspiration? Against one
Like,
another?
seriously, now that
This
it's
is the
gone
best
past the
game ever.
initiative thing,
This
I'm
is
really
so
tempted to do it.
Oh my god, this is hilarious. Okay. So you got a 19. You take your inspiration off, so you have no
Yeah,
inspiration.
so I'll take it off right now.
The action's already happened though.
Yeah, but you started Marvel. I'm going to
You roll your persuasion, but your inspiration is you can re-roll your persuasion.
Yeah.
So basically, he's re-rolled his. You can technically re-roll yours if you want.
Oh, that would have been so epic as well. I
You
kind
know
of
what? I'm doing it.
yeah.
I'm going to re-roll
Do
my
it.
Come on,
persuasion.
do
Come
it.
on,
Do
please.
it.
He's
gonna-
How am I this bad? Roll.
No, no, it's not that you're this bad with rolls. It's Draken is that good when it comes to going against the things that he said he wants to do in the first place.
17 plus 2, you got a 12 plus 2. Oh,
I'm
God.
bound to know, man of God.
Okay, all right. So he's not having it that you should that would have been so fucking
Turn around.
good as well.
Oh, boy.
That was
Okay.
the DM's fault for saying he's got. Oh no, sorry, it was Draken actually said he's got the inspiration. Damn it.
Yes, I was the one who was trying to get him killed. I'm trying to push you in other directions, but all right, okay, fine, all right, party poopers, fine.
There'll be plenty more
I'm-
cultists to purge.
Most GMs actually get upset
Yeah, but
when
in
a party
that sort of
planning to murder
badass style,
her.
that was so like. I've thoroughly enjoyed tonight.
And we haven't actually
I
done that
must-
much. All we've done is
I know.
interrogated somebody. That's it.
And tried to kill them and sort of like, who's going to do it?
I've seen that most GMs complain when their party planning to murder hobos. Our
I
GMs like, you're not killing enough people.
No, I'm all right as long as you do it within character. I don't like sort of kind of like if Dragon suddenly went murder hober, I'd be like no because it's against your character and stuff. Paladins, it's a bit more of a grey area and stuff because of sort of as long as it goes along your character theme, I'll accept it. That's why I'm a bit iffy when Danny goes, I'm just going to murder him. It's like you're a fucking cleric, you're lawful good. You're not meant to be sort of. That's why she made
why I
herself
sort of said it.
chaotic good, so she could be.
That's why I said I want to rip his jaw out rather than actually kill him because it's still bringing Wrath down, but it's not actually killing him. So it kind of balances up.
Honest, Guff.
This is where Thomas lives in that grey area. It's all good.
Okay, so Draken's pissed in your parade.
You want to see what Thomas did?
Draken's pissed in your parade, and you basically he takes the underguard, he takes the cultist over his shoulder and starts walking towards the citadel, where Lady Taunt is residing currently. And that's it for tonight. It could have been epic. We could have had somebody with a flaming death, but oh no. Oh no. But yes, highly enjoyable. I enjoyed today. Okay.
Stupid initiative rolls.
All right.
I thought Ceravel had it there.
Yeah. He's still got a well, you know,
He still got high enough. It was the crit that did him over. If he could have re-rolled, but it literally would have had to been a crit, and the likelihood was not worth
asking
it.
for trouble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, gents, that was highly enjoyable. Very good. Well done. We will carry on. Not next week because you're skiing next week, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, I'm away down to Dublin on Thursday night. But I'll be back for the following week, so back on the Wednesday.
Okay, so we'll do some Discord stuff. So if you're not on Discord, make sure you check the Discord chat because we do sort of offline sort of role playing on that for the in between sort of stuff. Thanks again for our first tip, which was most unexpected and joyful. Very much. Thank you very much. For tonight, I've been Matt Geary. With me has been Michael Estaraval. Where's his fellowship?
Very out of character.
Burn them all.
Dave is Thomas Moonstar.
Them cultists is going down.
Mark is Lance.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
And Pete is Draken.
Not today, my friends. Not today.
Night all. Bye.
Good night.